Hey guys. Hey, have you ever thought or do you feel right now that it's your sin and your failures that are keeping you from a relationship with God that He couldn't possibly want you because of the things that you've done? I want to encourage you with something, and I want to show you how God has already factored in your sin, your failures, your shortcomings, and your pitfalls into the calling He's established for you. If we go all the way back to the beginning of the Bible, we go back to Genesis, in the very beginning, and we look in Genesis 12 and then again in Genesis 20, we see two examples of Abraham orchestrating a lie, a sin, in order to save his life. And he asks Sarah, his wife, to be introduced as his sister, knowing that culturally speaking, if she was introduced as his wife, that they would murder him and take his wife. And so he lies. And then if we fast forward into Genesis 26, we see Isaac, his son, do the same thing with his wife, Rebekah. He asks her to lie about her identity and who she is in order to save his life. And a lot of times when I hear people talk about this, they talk about the sins of the father and father, like son. But I would offer you, and I want to submit to you, that maybe God just factored in those lies, those sins, because he knew that he was building a people. He knew that he needed Abraham and Isaac to be the bloodline for the Savior of the world. There was a much bigger calling on the lives of those two men than even they realized. And although they sinned and they lied about their identity, the identity of their wives, God used that. He factored it in. He had already planned for it. And they are known as the fathers of our faith. So I want that to encourage you, and I want that to challenge you. Stop listening to the voice of the enemy. He doesn't care about your calling, except for he wants to destroy it. Stop listening to him. God's already factored it in. Lean into him. Run to the Father. I hope that encouraged you. I love you guys.